Hi everyone, before we go into the podcast, I just wanted to say thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I'm super grateful for your continued loyalty and support. If you could do me a quick favour, if you could give me a review on Apple Podcasts, it really helps the algorithm and it will help this podcast go up the lists. If there are any subjects or topics that you want me to cover, then please do reach out to me on DM on LinkedIn and I will do my best to find the best guest for that subject or topic. This is the Absolute Business Mindset Podcast. This podcast will give you insight into business. I will share my thoughts, ideas from content leaders and experiences from life. And I hope you'll all have a few aha moments on this journey. Today I'm going to talk about 16 personalities. So you might be asking yourself, what is 16 personalities? So it's a website which asks you a bunch of questions, like a psychometric test, and it asks you a bunch of questions and it gives you what type of leader you are. So what I want you to do, the website is www.16personalities.com. I'd like all of my listeners here today to do it. It's free, initially to do the test anyway. And what I want you to do is answer all those questions and see what type of leader you are. So my code is ENTJ and I'm the type assertive commander. Role, I'm an analyst, and strategy, people strategy. So why I'm telling you this, I think it's just a really good exercise. It's quite quick and it's quite friendly. It's really nice website and it gives you great insight into what type of leader you are. So I'm going to talk through some of my leadership qualities. And as I say, I'd like you all to do this and please give feedback on what results you got from it. So first category is mind, and I'm 85% extroverted, which is not a massive surprise to me. I do a podcast. I like people. I like interacting with people. I like talking to people. So I would say I am predominantly an extrovert. So that's quite expected and quite happy with that. Now, energy levels, it's either intuitive or observant. I'm 58% intuitive and 42% observant. So really right in the middle there of between really thinking about it says intuitive individuals are very imaginative, open-minded and curious. They prefer novelty over stability and focus on hidden meanings and future possibilities. But that is only half the story. I'm quite in between both of them. So that's something that I would say is probably to be retested. The nature, so it's either thinking or feeling, and again, very middle ground again, thinking 59%, feeling 41%. So I think about rationality, logic over emotions, and I would say predominantly that is true. I'm really trying to work hard as a person, personally, beyond my business, to use emotions and be able to share my emotions and share my feelings a lot more with friends, family members, and you guys as well. So I thought that was quite interesting. Tactics, I'm judging. So judging individuals are decisive, thorough and highly organised. They value clarity, predictability and closure, preferring structure to planning and planning to spontaneity. So I would say that's probably true as well. I'm quite organised. That's been a learned experience for me. When I was probably 18, I was very impulsive, spontaneous. And I would say over the years, now at 41 years old, I would say that sort of order and clarity and predictability is something that I value. So I would say that is about right as well. And then identity, assertive or turbulent, and I would say it says I'm assertive. They are self-assured, even-tempered and resistant to stress. They refuse to worry too much and don't push themselves too hard when it comes to achieving goals. I would say that's partly true. I would say that I am quite self-assured and even-tempered. I don't go through the roller coaster of emotions, highs and lows, particularly as a person. don't push him too hard on achieving goals. I would say that's probably wrong. I'm quite goal driven, but I'm quite clearly assertive in this section. So as I say, that's the breakdown. You can go into a lot more detail, and you end up having to upgrade, and you buy, and you get a premium profile, which would give you a lot more details. But I just thought I'd share that with you. It's really interesting to see what type you are. I was on a WhatsApp group which suggested doing this, and it says that it was really interesting hearing everyone else's thoughts and what they came as. And you can get a huge bunch of details. I've just gone into their introduction section. There's lots of different areas which I will have a look at another time. But just to give you an idea, some of these, and these are a little bit humbling, but some of the people who are the same commander personality is Steve Jobs. Who else is there? There is also Gordon Ramsay, Margaret Thatcher, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Jim Carrey, Whoopi Goldberg, Harrison Ford, Malcolm X, Doctor Strange, which is interesting for Marvel, Tony Soprano from The Sopranos, and is there anyone else that might be? So Francis Underwood of House of Cards. So for me, I wasn't actually expecting such a strong commander style, but humbly I'll take it as a positive. Lots of people that were on the WhatsApp group were quite conciliatory and quite inclusive, where I kind of think that when looking at these details, that I am extroverted, intuitive, thinking, judging, and decisive, and loves momentum. So I'll take it. That wasn't necessarily where I sort of saw myself, but when I look through those different categories, they are generally right on how I approach situations and approach being a leader in my businesses. So do it. It's called 16personalities.com, and try your personality out and see whether you agree with what they say. I would say from what the feedback on the WhatsApp group was, that it was very accurate, that it was very good. And I think they say they've got 16 different personalities. So it's quite a breadth of different types of people and different types of emotion triggers and things that dictate your behavior. So do check it out. It's a bit of fun. It could give you some sort of insight which might be useful for you, and it is always quite good to have do these sorts of things from a different times of your cycle, just to see if it changes perhaps, but equally just to give you that sort of self-reflection and see if that's what the person you want to be and how people want to perceive you, whether that's something that you want to do. So anyway, I just thought I'd leave that with you. It's a great little website. I really enjoyed doing it, and thanks a lot, everyone. I really appreciate you guys supporting the podcast. It's really, really important to me, and I really do appreciate all the support I get. Thank you very much, everyone, and I'll speak to you soon.